Alright, what is up, my friends? Welcome. It's time we get historic. What's historic? Well, it's a new format on Magic Arena, and it's basically the place where standard cards go when they die. It's a cool way of putting it. It's the new format where basically, in paper we have Modern and Legacy and now Pioneer as places for our standard cards to go and they rotate. Well, Arena didn't really have that yet. And Historic is the name of the format that is taking that, or filling that role, if you will. Now, Historic, of course, is all the cards that are left standard on Arena. However, in a move that I think is a little puzzling, honestly, I'd much prefer if they just kind of worked their way from Historic back to Pioneer and eventually melded the formats. That's what I think they should do. But it's not what they think they should do. They decided to release kind of small sets of 20 cards each, maybe more, maybe less at some point, of curated cards that are specifically for the historic format. And you can see right here, these are the 20 cards they added. So you have a lot of fun build around me cards. Some of these cards are legal in Modern, like Mindstone, Ornithopter. Some are legal in Pioneer, like Burning Tree Emissary and Cryptbreaker. And then some aren't even legal in Modern. Captain Sisay. That's right. Captain Sisay. Name that magic card from Invasion. Cool card, but... So, and these cards are much more thematic than they are just, like, good cards. When they first announced they were going to curate cards, I believe the images they showed were Dark Confidant and Brainstorm. And everyone was like, no, this is not how you want to do this. And I think this is a better method of doing it. We have Goblin Matron and Tendrils of Corruption, Cryptbreaker. A lot of very thematic cards that are kind of fun build-around-me cards that can help augment existing strategies. We can put Matron in our Goblin deck with Goblin Warchief, and we can, and so on and so forth. Put Elves in our Elf deck and Life Gain stuff in our Life Gain deck. So, kind of fun. And two of the cards that jumped out at me as cards that made me think historically, if you will, were Tendrils of Corruption, a very good removal spell for mono black decks, and then an all-time favorite of mine, Phyrexian Arena. I love Phyrexian Arena. I played this card when it was legal in 8th edition in my first major standard tournament. It was States, the state championship in New York, 2000 and... God, it must have been like 2 or 3 or something. I don't even know, honestly. I don't know what year it was. I can look it up. But played a cool zombie deck with Chrome Mox and Phyrexian Arena. You don't care. But just super, super cool card. Constant card advantage engine. Just a powerful card, honestly. Just really, really good. Any sort of like kind of mid-rangey, tap-outy control deck. And these cards scream mono black control. And mono black control was certainly a relic of history past. Haven't seen a good mono black control deck in a long time. It used to be, a deck way back with Mutilate and Cabal Coffers and stuff. Let's bring it back. So we're gonna put these two cards together with a lot of newer cards and see what we can do. So here it is. We got four Tendrils of Corruption, 4 Phyrexian Arena, also 4 Mindstone. This card's really good. They don't make 2 mana rocks anymore. And Mindstone is one of the best 2 mana rocks ever printed. Doesn't tap for a color, doesn't fix you, but the ability to Horizon Canopy away your mana rock late in the game is just phenomenal. So, very, very cool card. And these cards join with a couple cards in Standard that are already very powerful black heavy cards. The most exciting being Dread Presence. Now, this is a card that people like, and it's cool, and it's fun because it's a thematic reason to want to play all swamps in your deck, which are kind of a hallmark of what mono black control cards were. Mutilate was a card that gave -X number of swamps you control. Mind Sludge was a sorcery that made a discard cards for the number of swamps you control. So having a lot of swamps is a theme that's been somewhat prevalent in Magic's history, and Dread Presence kind of fills that role nicely. You play a land, and you get a card immediately, kind of Childish Tracker style, or you play a land, and you get a mini Lightning Helix. Both very powerful effects. So board control and life gain or card draw. So very, very powerful card. And that doesn't seem like it. It actually plays really well with Mind Stone. Because being able to... This is more of a 5-drop than a 4-drop. You really want to play Dread Presence and then play a land immediately, much like Tyrus Tracker, and gain immediate value. So that if it dies, you at least got the card off of it or killed a creature off of it. So Mind Stone allows you to make that play on turn 4 instead of turn 5, which is pretty awesome. So that card's really cool. Of course, Tendrils is great. Not only is it a good card that scales very well late into the game, but this life gain stuff is very important to make sure you don't die to your Phyrexian Arena, which can be an issue at times. Another great mono black card that hasn't seen a lot of love in Standard. Liliana, Dreadhorde General, really, really powerful Planeswalker. Just doesn't really slot into the Standard metagame very well, but very powerful card. This is kind of our Wrath of God effect, our late game game winner, our card advantage engine, and again plays very well with Mind Stone. We can cast this card on turn 5, maybe turn 4 if we're lucky. So very, very powerful. Ugin filling a similar mold. Can't play too many Lilianas, of course. Murderous Rider is phenomenal. Hero's Downfall is awesome. And then being able to play a random 2/3 lifelinker is great. Just good, solid card advantage. Pairing a lot of removal with Phyrexian Arena is very important. But it's good to have cards that aren't just removal spells. Playing against a control deck, it's 2/3. It's not that bad. It kills Planeswalkers too. So, removal-wise, we got Disfigure, and we got Cast Down as our cheap removal of choice. Kills it onto a Vanguard. It's just a shock. Cast Down is important to kill things as well. We're also just main decking 3 Duress. Thoughtseize is kind of a popular card in black-heavy decks. We don't have Thoughtseizes. So, Duress is pretty good. I would say most decks have targets, be they Planeswalkers, removal spells, whatever they are. So, pretty happy playing these, and we're looking to trade resources early and often, and then gas back up with Phyrexian Arena. Another cool card that I like a lot is Clockwork Servant. Phyrexian Rager was a card that black decks used to play. It was a 2/2 for 3. Came into play, lose a life, draw a card. And this card is quite a bit better. Although a little awkward with Ugin. If you have an Ugin in play, you're pretty happy anyway. And occasionally awkward with Mind Stone, but this is just a 2/3 that comes into play and draws a card. And you can't have all of your interactive spells be kill spells. Because you play against a deck with no creatures in it, and you're dead. And your cards do anything. So having a card like this, which is just card advantage, it's a 2-for-1. You play it, you block against an aggro deck. You play it, you attack Planeswalkers against a control deck. Just card advantage, through and through. And a 2/3 body is not bad. So definitely a pretty big fan of this card. And then we have 2 non-swamps in our deck. I'm not really thrilled about this. I think that having all of your lands be swamps for Tendrils and Presence is pretty important. But Castle Locthwain is just way too good. This land is unbelievably good. Just some of the best flood insurance you could ever have. And it's just so free to play in a mono black deck. So I'm playing 2 castles. Sideboard's got the 4th Duress, 4 Noxious Grasp. Unfortunately, Oko, Thief of Crowns, is legal in this format. Played a bit with this deck, and I lost to basically Simic Food plus Lina Rolls a few times because those cards are all really good. So, gotta have these Noxious Grasps, 1 big Elderspell, 3 Cries for aggro decks, and 2 Rogue Shadowmages and 4 Hypnotic Specters are our anti-control cards. Another oldie here, Hypnotic Specter, relic of Magic's past, definitely super historic, but a powerful card if your opponents are skimping on removal. So, that's the deck. Mono Black Control. I'm pretty pumped to try out this in the new historic format. But first, word from our sponsor here on CoolStuffInc.com.
This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. To learn more about this deck, click the link in the video's description below to read Jim's article.
Alright, round 1, Mono Black Control. And you can see here, this is a kind of Clockwork Servant's job to bridge the gap between our early game and our late game. On the play, this is fine. You know, this card helps us find land drops. You can block things, attacks things. It's a very bridge the gappy card. It's a very good way to describe it. Bootski in the tank. You can hear Zibby over there in his tank. He's having a nice little drink. If you don't know who Zibby is my hamster. He is the mascot of my stream, and probably the coolest hamster to ever live. He's a good dude. All right, they mulligan to 5. So, already down on resources. Once Upon a Time, now with cool animation. Not legal and standard, but legal and historic. Historic is a brand new format, and they are, nothing is banned yet, as far as I know. They're keeping it real for the moment. So, I'm going to cast down here. We have Tendrils now for bigger threats. Clockwork Servant checks the 2/2. We're still going to buy time. Obviously, cast down on a 1/1 is not amazing, but given that we're ahead on cards, too, you know, their hand is either lands or spells, or some, you know, whatever the mixture is, it can't be that many spells, so. Burning Tree Emissary, and Burning Tree Emissary. There is no Reckless Bushwhacker in Pioneer, so. Alright. Pretty aggressive, but we have a 2/3, so. I love that sound it makes, too. I don't know why, it's just so adorable. Bone Crusher Giant. So, there's our presence. And again, like I said, this is more of a 5-drop than a 4-drop. I think I'm pretty happy just Tendrilsing here on the Bone Crusher Giant. I don't know what, like, pump spells are playable. I think I'm just going to cast it now. And then next turn we can play Presence and the Swamp, either to try and draw a card for these, or to pick off one of these Burning Tree Emissaries. So, take 2, gain 4, pretty good. Just like a super lightning helix. On 4 mana, it's, you know, it's okay, it's not great. As the game scales on, it gets better and better, which is nice. Gruul Spellbreaker. Haste. That's an interesting choice. Okay. So, Duress, they have no cards in hand. Could be worse. Pretty sure we want to just draw a card here. Getting our 6th land for our Planeswalker seems pretty nice. Plays 2. We're also Hellbent, so not too scared of like a Lightning Strike or something like that. This card stays in play for longer than a turn or two. It's usually very, very good for you, similar to Tyrus Tracker. Once upon a time, there was a Bone Crusher Giant. And that's pretty aggressive. Alright, so we're not blocking with the presence, obviously, so it'll die to Bone Crusher Giants. This is fine. We don't mind taking 5 here. We draw a land, we can presence down one of the 2/2 just to gain some life. We can cast down the Spellbreaker. We can cast Planeswalker. We're at 11. We did not draw a land, which is a little lame. We get to just like play Arena, cast down the Spellbreaker. It's all pretty reasonable. Like, if they were to draw like some a questing beast this turn, it could get a little ugly. But as long as we draw a land next turn, which we have 2 shots at, we should be fine. Really, not too worried. Yeah, I mean, actual grizzly bear is not super scary. So go to 10. We draw a land and draw a land. Cool. So now we could just Liliana and clear the board. But I kind of want to keep the presence in play. Probably just, I think we're going to kill a 2/2. Don't think we need another card. I'd rather gain some life here too. I think we're going to cast, this goes to 7. Yeah, I'll just cast Liliana. Both cards are pretty similar, but I guess Ugin is better at killing things, and Ugin is easier to kill, so just get Liliana down immediately. And then, honestly, if they want to attack with both, I might just trade off both and just draw 2 more cards. This game's pretty lopsided, honestly, but the mulligan was not too kind to them. You can see kind of what we're trying to do here. Pretty simple. Play Presence, play Arena, draw cards, kill things, draw more cards, play Liliana. It's all pretty simple. I think we just block with the 2/2. Just keep this safe and draw a card. Oh boy. Things get really wild when you have two of these in play. So that's pretty cool. The Duress. Alright. I doubt they have a spell in their hand, but this is whenever you target it with a spell. Alright, should have presence. Play Swamp. Probably double Helix the Bone Crusher Giant. No, I'm pretty cool just attacking, honestly. Let's play Mind Stone. I guess we could just Duress. I couldn't fathom a card they could have in their hand. That's a spell. But it's like I might draw a card on Mind Stone in step too. Definitely want to keep the swamps flowing here. Similar to Tyrus Tracker, Presence is very good at self-perpetuating itself. You play a land and draw more cards, so you draw more lands, so you draw more cards, and it kind of just keeps going, which is awesome. So this game's been over for about a turn or two, so just finish up here. Yes, you can see how Tendrils scales very well into the late game. We're going Helix here, and I guess Helix to the face. I don't think drawing cards is necessary at all because our hand's so beefy. Alright, just play Ugin. Play Mind Stone for free. A little styling here. Make on the 2/2. And yeah, you know, pretty convincing win there. They did mulligan to 5, but worked out fairly well. Now I get to bring in 4 Noxious Grasp too. It's pretty nice. So, we get a cut here. Clockwork Servant is normally not great against big green decks, but it is good against Burning Tree Emissary specifically. All 4 grasps coming in for sure. I think that's it. It's just 4 grasps. We just gotta cut 1 card. It might be 1 arena. I don't think we need that much draw power, given that Liliana and Presence are pretty good against them. And don't want to flood on arenas. I think cutting an arena is fine. And now we just have 4 more Terminates in our deck that have that gain its life too, which is nice. So I think I'm pretty happy with all of us here. We also have Castle Locthwain to draw cards too. The redundant arena effect is pretty nice. I like their thematic avatar. Playing Gruul, choose the Gruul avatar. Just, you know, you gotta respect it. It's a tough choice, you know, play or draw. It's funny that I think that we're not playing Thoughtseize, but heavy black decks that play lots of discard and Thoughtseizes are one of the spots in Magic you do want to choose to draw. Excuse me, sorry. It's weird. My mute button didn't work. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, I would say Mind Stone, 3 kill spells, probably pretty good here. Oh, they're going to have Veil of Summer, probably. That card is still legal in Historic. Ugh, that's a rough one. Alright, well, that could actually be a reason to leave some Duresses in our deck, but even then, like, Veil's also good against Duress, so we'll just try and time our spells in a manner where we don't get wrecked by Veil of Summer, but that's kind of the reason why that card got banned, because it's basically impossible to not get wrecked by it. Okay, I'm pretty happy drawing Arena here. Not a very exciting turn 2. It means they have no 3-drop or no 2-drop, so definitely could see like Questing Beast being on the menu here. But I'm pretty sure we're just Mind Stoning. So if we draw, yeah, I guess we like can't double spell next turn, but alright. Well, good read, Jim. Alright, I mean, now we get to kill it, I guess, with Murderous Rider without using a Noxious Grasp. So this is like the mana efficient way to do it. We're definitely just going to, I think they changed this. It looks much better. It's much easier to tell the difference. Player on Veil of Summer. We are at 13, so like another Questing Beast here would be pretty gross, but casting Murderous Rider is pretty good. We can also just do a Presence next turn. Burning Tree, okay. Nothing, yes. This is a great Presence turn. They could have Veil of Summer here, but like we wouldn't actually lose a card, which is kind of nice. So definitely a Presence turn. That's what I was saying about Mind Stone. Letting you make his play on turn 4 rather than turn 5. Let me target Llanowar Elves. They could have 5-drop dragons in their hand too. I don't think the 2/2 matters that much. Alright, so they have Veil, so that's fine. So it didn't matter either way. But the Presence is still in play. So it didn't counter one of my spells, it just like stopped one trigger. Health Collector, okay. Alright, so that's pretty good. They have one card left. We have Noxious Grasp and Murderous Rider, which is pretty good, so I think we're pretty happy just playing Rider and saying go. Another Veil of Summer will certainly end this game in their favor, but we can't really play around it effectively, and we can play around like Domri's Ambush, things like that, so... So yeah, so they have a, this is targeting the, they have another Veil here, we're in trouble. But they don't, so cool. Welcome to Paradise. So they played that first. Their Collector would have been a 3/3. So that's probably a small mistake on their part. I think I'm pretty happy attacking and then playing a Rider. Like, we want to start gaining life here as fast as possible because we are at 6, which is pretty scary. Murderous Rider checks both of these, and I might just Noxious Grasp the Pel Collector. Only get punished if they play Questing Beast in that scenario, but this plays around, what's it called? I guess they can't draw Veil of Summer and a creature that makes Pel Collector bigger, so we can just wait, actually. You can see here the body on Murderous Rider being pretty relevant. That wasn't bad. Alright, so just Grasp here. Gain 1, take 3. Draw a card off Mind Stone also. Mind Stone certainly did its job. Alright, so now we're in the somewhat precarious spot of we're at 6 with an arena, and we can play it, but it's a little scary. We can double block the Spellbreaker, disfigure a smaller attacker. I'm pretty sure we have to just play the arena here, and just hope they don't draw out on us. They have a lot of big draws here, but we have ways to gain life already in play, as well as a lot of ways in our deck to gain life, and 6 is reasonably safe. Can't put this card in your deck if you're not willing to play it. Welcome to Paradise. I think this is a somewhat surprising attack. Like, I'm very happy to trade a Rider for a Spellbreaker and gain 4 life. Now the board is just completely in my favor. Our 2/3 beats all of their creatures, and we're at 10 life with an arena out of play. And a Ugin. Okay.
Truth lies beyond.
Definitely some impetus to want to just hold swamps in our hand for presence, but with one other swamp in our hand, sure. That's enough for them. So, cool. Seems like a pretty good matchup for us. I think that Veil of Summer is pretty dumb, but hopefully they'll ban it. Honestly, it's banned in Pioneer. I mean, it's banned in Standard and Pioneer, so Historic's kind of the format in the middle of those two. So I imagine that it will be banned in Historic as well. It's just a very poorly designed Magic card. They've had a few cards they probably want to mulligan this year, and I wrote an article recently about that. How design has not been too up to snuff lately. That's my Cool Stuff article from last Friday. Check that one out if you haven't. Also, their article discussing why they banned Oko Once Upon a Time and Veil of Summer was not very good, in my opinion. I did not think he did a great job of actually explaining why they banned the cards and what they're going to be doing going forward to stop it. So my critiques about that are in the article again. Last Friday's article, CoolStuffInc.com. Check it out. Alright. That's pretty scary. I can't keep this hand. Just needs to draw a third land on turn 3 or we just die. So, we're a deck that draws a lot of cards. I don't think mulliganing is too bad. I could be a hand of the week. I'm gonna do a hand of the week right here live on the video. Those who don't know, I do a thing on my Twitter. I post one of my hands of the week every week. A nice, fun, silly opening hand. This one fits the bill pretty well. So we're on a 5. As far as 5-card hands go, this is reasonable. We're gonna dump the Duress here. Duress has the possibility to be dead, and Duress is I trade my resource for your resource kind of card, and we're currently down on resources, so it's not really a battle I want to be fighting. So we're going to keep these 5 cards and pray. We have some lands, some things to do. They have Once Upon a Time. And we will see what we can do. Alright, so they're playing some sort of Field of the Dead deck. That could be bad for us. Field of the Dead is also legal in this format. Alright. Well, we've drawn the lands we need to cast our spells, which is not the worst. We're just casting this presence here. Worst case scenario probably is they play Teferi and bounce it, which isn't really that bad, honestly. Or nothing. So let's get going here. Play this and draw a card. Mindstone, alright. Play Clockwork Servant, draw a card. Disfigure. Alright. We'll attack. They could have like some kill attacker now. Alright, let's play Mindstone. Not too bad. Not too bad. Could get like Time Wiped or something here, but we have Liliana next turn, which is pretty good. We gotta keep pace with their Field of the Dead, but they seem to have no green mana. Okay, yeah. So then they just discarded a Once Upon a Time to hand size. So while we mulliganed to 5, their hand is actually non-functional. So no complaints here. Also, Liliana is very good Wrath Insurance.
I am the master here. This looks like a fun new toy.
Not a very exciting game. Our opponent should probably have mulliganed. They're probably banking on the Once Upon a Time to find them a green source, and it missed. That would be my guess. Disfigure, it's gone. Cast Down, it's gone. Tendrils, we shaved. We want Duress. I think this is where our discard package comes in. We still have room for more, huh? Definitely would like ways to kill Golos and Hydroid Krasis. So Murderous Rider, I think, is the best card for that job. It's just Tendrils, I guess. It's not super exciting, honestly. But Cast Down can't kill Golos anyway. Yeah, it's just going to be the Tendrils. It's not awesome, but I'd say we're a little more excited about Mindstone in post-board games when all of our removal's gone, because don't have a lot to do on turn 1 and 2 otherwise, but this plays. The old hippie. I have an interesting question here. Do we hippie or arena first? It's probably arena, because hippie's pretty soft to, I guess Arena's also soft to Teferi, but alright, their hand seems a lot better this time. I would say it's hippie, given that we're probably somewhat the aggressor here. I mean, they're not likely to have many cards in their hand. Yeah, that's pretty bad. They have a pretty good hand here. They have 5 lands in play on turn 3. It's pretty good. Their hand's like already gonna be pretty empty. Ooh, I screwed up. I should have played the castle, not the swamp. That was a huge mistake. Awkward. Alright, that was really dumb. I should have kept the swamp for presence, obviously. I just kind of got it backwards. Oh boy, we're gonna get punished too. Alright, never mind. Never punished. So we get to kill the 2/2. Get hippie going. Them playing a field last turn is like good and bad news. Oh, they've had a Boil Razor. I'm not even. I'm back in the year 1994 here at the Hypnotic Specter. That's a really bad interaction for us. Yeah. Okay, this game is probably not salvageable. I don't think hippie hitting that turn really matters anyway, but I am being kind of a fool. It's still much better than cast down or whatever, but I kind of don't think we're beating this many zombies. Just gonna throw it out there. We can play Liliana. It will not be defended very well. It goes to 7. They could just kill it by attacking it with everything. We would draw a number of cards, though. I'm sorry. No, it wouldn't. You can kill one of these. All right, I guess we're gonna do that. This does not feel awesome, but we'll see if Liliana can keep pace with 2 Field of the Deads here. Oh, that can't be good. Last card's Hydro Crisis. Not cool. Huh. They chose to not make any attacks or moves or anything. It's interesting. Alright. So you can see here, I mean, if we just played the castle the right turn, it wouldn't have mattered, but not having swamps is definitely awkward at times. I mean, it looks like we're going to lose our Liliana here, which kind of stinks. We don't have a lot of ways to kill this Crisis. You could just, like, draw off Mind Stone and hope we draw a Murderous Rider. That actually might be where we're going to start. Hilarious. Oh, boy. Alright, let's Duress. Realm Cloak Giant, Rejuvenator, 3rd Field of the Dead. Yeah, I think we're past the point of no return here. There's going to be about 55 zombies in play next turn. Yeah, I don't think anything matters here.
Putrid, but effective.
Even having 2 presence active doesn't matter. I guess I can block, keep it alive, and draw a card. Definitely not the plan we had in mind with Hypnotic Specter, but just gotta find an answer to Crisis, and then somehow not die to 45,000 zombies. I mean, like, double presence isn't bad. You know, we can machine gun down multiple zombies a turn. Oh, God. But I'm not sure what our path to victory looks like here. Don't have Legion's End or anything like that in our deck. So we're just drawing cards. I mean, it might even be dead on board. This is 13, block 5, it's 8, 8 and 8 is 16. We're still alive, but... Oh boy. 0 spells. We had a fast bond. Maybe we could do some stuff here, but we are pretty successfully dead. Alright. Kind of a tough game. Boreal Razor lines up pretty well against Hippie. They just had a pretty fast draw. They just had 5 mana on turn 3. There aren't a ton of great ways to interact with Field of the Dead, unfortunately. I mean, like, we could bring in some copies of Cry of the Carnarium just to, like, mop up when things are going wrong. It's like a very, like, it's not a good path to victory. Maybe we do want some cast downs. Yeah, you know what? I think Tendrils is just terrible. Cast down just seems better. And is Noxious Grasp better than cast down? Because it can kill Teferi also. Maybe? What does cast down kill that Noxious Grasp does not? I can't really think of anything, honestly. Alright. Sort of, I guess it can kill a 2/2 zombie. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Oh boy. This hand has to draw a land. If it draws one land, it's likely to draw another one with the Clockwork Servant. Our Noxious Grasp is pretty bad. I think it's probably safe to mulligan this hand. We just need to draw too many lands in a row if this hand actually work. And the Grasp isn't great, the Rider's not great. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. I would say this is significantly better. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna ship Liliana, I think, and just... And what's some Mind Stone, actually? So we have mana for 2 Specters. I don't think the second Mind Stone really matters, so... Opponent mulligans, that's good for us. Definitely makes our hippies better. Duress. Well, that's obviously awkward because we want to cast Mind Stone, but... Would have loved Duress on turn 1 there, but... It's a cool animation. Oh my god. Boreal Grazer, why are you so powerful? You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Well, that's not cool. Alright, yeah, I mean... They've got most things they want. Just lands and Golos. Oh god, they drew a route. That's so sick. Oh, Craziness. Oh, sure. I mean, Spectre wasn't going anywhere anyway, so... I think I want to draw a land here. Alright, let me just slam Liliana, and then we're just going to smash.
The undead make great minions. Loyal and silent.
Good trade for us. We draw a card off it. Then it makes Liliana better next turn. Draw a land, cool. Plus Liliana, so now if they play Golos, we can double Edict and at least kill the Golos. Unless they have a land drop to make it a zombie, and that would suck, but it's fun. Oh, in that case, I guess we could still do it. No, we can't, actually. Oh, they had a land drop. Brutal. And Field of the Dead is not an easy card to beat. Alright, let's just start with Mind Stone here. Noxious. That's actually not that bad. So, we grasp the Boreal Grazer. ship the hippie. They discard a Agent of Treachery. That was at random, so we don't know if their card's better than that or not. And then they can't activate Golos yet. The question becomes, do we want to minus to kill? I don't think so. Although if we don't kill it now, it's very unlikely to be able to kill it next turn with the Edict effect. So the question is our hippie better than their Golos? We'll also draw 2 cards. Yeah, we're going to go for it. Plays. I think our 2/3s are actually quite good against them. Do a reasonable job of keeping their... That's kind of crappy. Keeping their zombies at bay. They didn't have a land, which is good. So we can keep Liliana alive here. Liliana will be alive at 1. And then let's play Ugin and kill the...
So that's how it is.
Kill the Kenrith. Heh! I suppose Noxious Grasp also kills Kenrith. But I'm pretty sure we want to just play Ugin. And get it into play. I doubt they have many things that can attack it with haste like Kenrith. Imagine they only have 1 Kenrith in their deck, so...
So be gone, interloper.
I mean, if we're going to beat Field of the Dead, doing it with 2 6-mana Planeswalkers is definitely not the worst path of all time, you know? Alright, don't find a second field here. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. They are completely out of cards. We're matching them with 2 creatures this turn as well. Top is pretty scary. Duress in their hand is empty. Dread Presence, sure. Are we going to Noxious Grasp to Teferi or play a second Phyrexian Arena? I'll just go for it, I think. It's also possible we can attack Teferi next turn. Maybe.
I've got it.
Alright, they're saying go. So that's kind of scary. They could have drawn like a route. Whatever it is, they topped it, which is pretty not cool. Alright, that's a lot of cards. I guess we just attack Teferi and see what they do. So I don't mind if they things die and I draw cards, so let's start there. Topped the card.
Secrets manifest before.
So we can just Duress them before we did anything. We can just hold this for a post Crisis, though. Yeah, whatever they have, they can probably play it if they top it. So I don't think Duress is worth it here.
What a good money.
And we could castle. We would take 5 if we castled. Yeah, I don't know if taking 5 is worth it to draw maybe a spell. We'd have 4 mana left over. It's not... We have 2 presences under our 2/2s. It's pretty good. I kind of want to go for it. You know what? Let it rip. Whatever. Take 5. See if I care. I mean... There's never too many Phyrexian Arenas. So what are we scared of here? I mean, it's got to be Circuitous Route, right? Like, what else would they have kept on top and then not played yet? So that would make them 2 more zombies. And if they attack us, we get to block 2, take 4. And then we get our presence back. Screw it. Let's do it. I guess the card Planar Cleansing is legal. That'd be kind of gross, but... Alright, so that makes sense. It's the only card that makes sense. So, get 2 lands, make 2 zombies, get to block 2 zombies, draw a bunch of cards. We're gonna draw so many cards. Next turn is actually unreal. Are all of our, we cut all of our tendrils, didn't we? We have these presences, though, so... Oh, that was really bad. A second copy of Kenrith. Are we dead now? I don't think so. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's really bad. They're not playing it? Wow. That is exciting. They're also not attacking us. Alright.
Waste not, want not.
They're just saying go. David. I mean, this is a silly game we have going here. Alright, let's play David and make them discard their card.
Don't think you
Punish them for holding it.
that.
Let's play Dread Presence. Plus Ugin. Play a Swamp. And maybe just kill a zombie. Play a 1-mana Clockwork Servant or leave open Noxious Grasp. I think just Grasp. Just attack. An interesting embarrassment of riches here. Take 2 off David. And they're almost dead, honestly. Like, Growth Spiral, sure. Like, Hydra Grace is definitely the best draw, but I don't think it matters. Alright, sweet. That was pretty cool. It's honestly pretty convincing. You know, beating Field of the Dead with our deck that can't kill a Field of the Dead. We could definitely have like 2 Field of Ruin in our deck, given that it's like basically a swamp, you know, for purposes of counting swamps. So I could definitely see playing 2 or 3 Field in my deck. That could definitely be a thing. It makes your swamp-based stuff a little worse early on. Just say we have our first 3, you know, 2 of our first 4 land drops are Field of Ruin and Castle Locthwain. Now our Tendrils of Corruption only deals 2 and not 4, which is pretty bad. But alright, so pretty easy mulligan. On the play, and we can't keep this. Like, the problem with this is that there's some dis-synergy between Mindstone and Servant. So if we draw 1 land, we can't draw cards off our Servants with only 2 lands and a Mindstone, so... I mean, I guess we draw any land, we can cast Arena, but we have to draw a land literally on turn 2. So yeah, we got a mulligan. Alright. And with Phyrexian Arena in my deck, I'm not sad mulliganing, so let's ship the Liliana. And this is tough now, because like, I don't want to trade resources when I'm mulligan to 5, but Duress paving the way for Arena is kind of nice. If one of these cards is good, the other probably isn't. It's not like always true, but I could ship Rider and just try and like bridge the gap with either one of these. I'm gonna have to ship the rest though. Yeah. Heh. Well, Scrybug strikes again. Oh yeah, this is a Duress matchup. Oh my god. Double Search for Escanta. Murderous Rider, Thought Erasure. Alright, so we're definitely taking the Thought Erasure here, because Phyrexian Arena is our only ticket to victory. So, their hand is, I would say Search for Escanta, probably the best card in their entire deck against us. So, they have 2, which is like, kind of fine. Thank god we drew the land. Now, don't you dare to ferry me. We have our engine online now, so... And they kept the card. That makes me unhappy. I'd imagine you're binning most cards there, because you want to get Search online as soon as possible to match my Arena. I wonder why they moved this over. Presence, Arena, ship it. I'm playing a lot of Pioneer, but there is no Detention Sphere in Historic, so... Mauling to 5, no big deal. So I'd imagine that our tendrils aren't going to be very good here, but drawing 3 cards a turn, I'm feeling pretty good. Sure. Honestly, them just casting Murderous Rider to give us target for our tendrils is actually kind of cool. Yeah, sure. The life gain's cool. So, cool thing is it doesn't go in the graveyard either, which is kind of nice. So, Disfigure. All right, that's pretty crappy. We don't draw a single land. Here's your 2 Disfigures and no lands. And now you have all 3 copies of Disfigure in a matchup where the card is essentially dead. Definitely not cool. Definitely not cool. They've been topping a lot. It's kind of weird. If they have Liliana next turn, I guess you have Murderous Riders. That's kind of cool. The question is, do we Mind Stone and like double Disfigure, or do we save Tendrils? I mean, Mind Stone, double Disfigure, honestly. Making the mana, or deploying our mana seems pretty important. So let's do this. Just say go. They're topping a lot. I would be keeping like my top 10% of cards and binning everything else with search here. Alright, so whatever. Just figure. Witch figure? I'll just let it come in for 0. I don't need to kill it yet. We can wait. Alright, they have Liliana. Now we're going to kill it. This isn't that bad. It's a Murderous Rider of Liliana. We'll mop up the 2-2. It's funny how we're actually getting use of our Disfigures here.
Your course will volunteer. Good help is
As long as we stay alive, you know, we don't gotta worry about, it's pretty good too. Land, God, no land. Actually, I'm sorry, we have 5 mana, perfect, never mind. We can do Rider, and we can do Duress, and we can do, Disfigure. So, Duress says, cast down Ritual of Soot. I would say both those cards are pretty terrible, so I don't think it really matters. I guess cast down kills my presence, so then we're going to destroy that. And I'm just gonna kill this right now. I guess it does. Well, I guess it happens. So it does provide me a target for Tendrils, so I can gain some life. But so now they have 5 in the bin.
I know my responsibility.
Bouncing Mind Stone. Alright. We do need to find a land this turn. I would classify that as important. Alright, good. A lot of lands. A lot of Mind Stones, a lot of lands, a lot of everything. It's great. Alright. We can't Mind Stone, however, and cast Presence. I'm pretty interested in playing Presence and just killing Teferi and gaining life. Could just cast like stone something, but yeah, this is just Presence. Then next turn we can just dump our entire hand. You know, we go stone, whatever, stone Rider or something. Alright, so Azcanta has flipped, so now we're on that clock. And I guess Field of Road would also be good here, too. So I could see playing a few fields, for sure. Contempt my presence. That's fine. It's a Contempt, it's not killing Liliana, so it's fine. Presence. Tendrils. Alright, so unfortunately, if we want to cast Liliana, we can't cast anything else. But this is probably the turn to resolve it, so very awkward game, but
Warrior Queen Necromancer.
yeah, so we're gonna say go and just ship one of our Tendrils. We have a long way to go before the Rescanta catches up with our hand, but we do need to not die. Thankfully, Tendrils on a zombie is pretty good, so... Command the Dreadhorde. That is not ideal. Okay, I guess. With Teferi, Liliana, and my Clockwork Servant.
Into battle and make new comrades.
Alright. I guess that's like, pretty good. I mean, now I have a Tendrils target, so there's always that, I guess.
Putrid, but effective.
Swamp. Cast down Swamp. Alright, we can't kill their Liliana, which kind of sucks. We have 5s, we can go, Mind Stone, Presence, kill Teferi. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not in love with this Liliana battle we're about to get in because it's going to have them draw a lot of cards too, which is not ideal, but... Ugh, that's gross.
I'll find a use for you later.
We do have 4 Murderous Rider in our deck, and we are halfway through our deck at this point, so... The Eldest Reborn. That's not the worst. This has been a whack. Wow, that
I
is...
do love a good
Oh, sure, they want to Eldest Reborn my... This is fine. I guess they get to get it back with Eldest Reborn, which is kind of scary, but... Maybe we can just kill them with our Red Presence, honestly. Now I can kill their Liliana. That's a lot of swamps. We have to discard a card next turn. We don't care about that, obviously. So we just we have 6, 7, 8, we have 9, we have 10 mana. It's Presence, Rider, Clockwork, or Presence, Rider, Rider. I guess Rider over Servant want to gain life. I only need to draw cards here, so... They get to Liliana next turn, but... Or Liliana again, okay. Alright, so their Eldest Reborn will probably get back... I don't even know. Draw another Dread Presence? No. Murderous Rider's good. Dread Presence would have been better, but... Means if I kill Liliana, we just get back Liliana with... So this is in their draw step. So I can kill... I can kill this in their draw step if they get back something else. That's kind of cool. We are, somewhat close to dying, so... Those are Tendrils, our own creature. We have to gain life. We are taking 2 at Murderous Rider. I want you to actually leave that up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because they can also Ritual of Soot to kill my Servant. I also get Tendrils by whatever creature they get. This is fine. So we're just gonna say go here. We're gonna pass. This is a ridiculous game. Alright, so they draw. When does this trigger? This doesn't trigger in the. This is triggered in your draw step. I guess at the start of your main phase. That's kind of crappy. I thought I could kill it. Like this would resolve, and I would still have priority to kill the Liliana. I thought it was in the draw step. It says after your draw step. So like in your main phase, doesn't make sense. All right, so they get back to. Ooh, that's bad. So they get back to Fairy. All right. Oh, actually, this is fine. They have targets. This is fine. So we're gonna Tendrils of Corruption our own creature. Yeah, I'm sure. Just to gain 8 life. Imagine if they countered this. Sure. Chemist's Insight, sure. Elderspell is quite good. I would say enchantments are obviously the mono black deck's weakness usually. So Elderspell and Search for Ice are just insane, really good in these sort of like slugfests we're currently in. Like we've drawn so many cards this game, you know. But
this isn't a fight you can win.
It would be cool if they could have bounced the thing back. Obviously they can't, but they have Command the Dreadhorde, double big Liliana. I mean, certainly a much bigger control deck than was good in Standard. It's kind of weird, honestly, because you'd think it would need to be leaner to be better in Pioneer or in Historic, but I mean, they have instant speed Ritual, so it kind of sucks. I feel like we're in a deck. Like, I guess I can't kill a rider in response to an ritual set. That kind of blows. Two Dread Presence, an Ugin, and two Liliana left. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Don't worry, I got this.
Oh, there's Ugin. Jeez. I mean, they probably have a counterspell, but I think we're just casting Ugin here and seeing what happens. Do you kill Teferi for guaranteed value, or make it 2/2 that's probably going to die anyway? Let me just kill Teferi. We don't care about more cards. And I'm sure they're absolutely flush with removal, so... Huh. It's a new Teferi, eh? I mean, I would love if they bounced the Murderous Rider, so... I mean, I've drawn all... We did mulligan to 5 this game, and we've drawn all 3 Disfigures. So... We only have 17 cards in our deck. It's so wild. Alright.
Let's slow this down.
They're actually going to bounce Murderous Rider. Alright.
Here we go.
Alright, sure. Drawn 2 cast downs also. They're playing 2 copies. It's like they're pre-sideboarded for a matchup like this. How do you play 2 copies of Elderspell in your deck? Like, 2 Elderspells, 2 Lilianas, and a Command Dreadhorde? That's insane. I mean, if they're like pre-sideboarded for like a grindy matchup like this, like, I don't know what else we can do, honestly. This is just rough.
I'm gonna make you suffer. You're not welcome. You won. This time.
Well, we found a Dread Presence. Go us. I probably should have done this first. It's fine. Yeah, well, I guess we're gonna fire this off at we just can't beat Elderspell. Like, it's our best chance just to, and then they gain 2 a turn and we deal 2 a turn. I don't think we can win. However unfortunate it is for us, I just don't think we can actually win the game. Three cards a turn is doesn't really matter when you draw like 9 or 10 dead removal spells. Double Elderspell is wild. That card was not even playable in like. That card was like a the spicy one of in Esper Control in Standard occasionally. It's a very powerful card, but it's pretty bad in a lot of metagames.
Sorry I'm late.
It is cute with Teferi. This card's never coexisted. Yeah, sure. It's pretty funny. Teferi made it so we couldn't Tendrils our own creature, which is actually super relevant.
I've got time.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any like ways to win the game left. Honestly, like I don't know if we can beat Liliana next turn. We have 9 cards in our deck, so we couldn't beat them with our entire deck. It doesn't really feel good. You got it. I don't think we have any outs anymore. Now all of our life gains, yeah, we're just dead. All of our life gains were taken from us. Alright, so kind of a rough game. Their deck's just so well suited to beat ours. Just just not ideal. I mean, now we're gonna board obviously all these crappy Disfigures out and stuff, but it's 4 hippies, 2 Davids, an Elderspell, and a Duress, cutting Disfigures, cast downs. We need to be aware they could have like Thief of Sanity, cut like 2 Tendrils. So if they have Thief of Sanity, we have 4 Murderous Riders, 4 Hypnotic Specters to block, and then possibly Tendrils off of Mind Stone. I'm cool with that. This is fun. We drew our entire deck and couldn't win. It feels bad. Feels bad. They said so much top end, you know? What if their opponent plays like a Llanowar Elf and a Pulp Collector, and they draw like Eldest Reborn and Liliana and command the Dreadhorde? You know? That's a lot of you know, big, grindy mirror breakers. Like, alright. No Othakaias either. It's like, it's not like they're gaining that much life with their, to make their command good. Weird game. Weird game. And we're certainly much more suited now to play Magic because all of our dead Disfigures and cast downs are now Hypnotic Specters and rogue Shadow Mages and extra Duresses and stuff, so that's good at least. Obviously their cards will improve also, but like we're still playing creatures, you know, like we can kind of chill on their creature removal against them because they're not going to have much besides maybe like, if not, I mean, Thief of Sanity, but they need to leave in their removal against us because we have creatures. That's why I call it like the Clockwork Servant is quite good. Alright, sweet. Don't duress me. Just stick this arena again. Leyline of Sanctity. I mean, I guess. Turns off our Duresses and our ability to... I guess turns off our Davids too. Our rogue Shadow Mages. It's like a strange joke. I guess we can't Red Presence them, but I don't really mind this. Like, I don't think it's that bad. We do have our one answer to it in Ugin. Alright, we just rip off here. We could wait. I guess we could wait, try and get some value off of it. They had Thought Erasure, they probably would have cast it. They're probably not playing counter spells. They seem to be mostly tap out. I guess we'll wait a turn to get some value. If we play it, they Teferi it. It's not like the end of the world, but... Alright, I guess. Like, with the Leyline and 2 Duresses, they are very low on cards now, so... Heh! The old Duress. Sure. Alright, so that's pretty fortunate, but that's fine. So we can just, like, castle and draw. Is there a reason to do it now? I don't think so. I could draw, like, a Mind Stone, I guess, but... You can also Tendrils the, Murderous Rider. I guess he popped this. Oh boy. Alright. Pretty aggro. Oh my god, that was really good. Alright, that's a pretty sick 2 cards to draw. Yeah, I mean, Sword Phyrexian Arena is definitely the card. We just can't beat that card. And our Ugin is gone. Our one way to actually deal with it. Presence. Alright, I mean... Why is there an insight here and an insight here? It's like separated? It's very strange. Okay, so... yeah, with that Ugin we can't remove this. Our rogue Shadowmage isn't... it's just a rack. Which is honestly not like the worst, I guess, but it's not great either. And then Murderous Rider is obviously kind of irrelevant. Second Escant is kind of whatever. Alright, let's draw a card. Draw a card. I love how the Liliana's good against like 6 cards in our deck, and we've drawn 5 of the 6. Alright. I guess we're just playing one of these, right?
The mask is scary, but underneath, I'm just a normal diabolist.
So they have 2 cards in their hand. And they have these insights. I guess these are both just in exile. I don't know why they're like separated like this, but... and we're at 10 life. It's pretty good. Like, what? I don't get it. What are these separate piles for? If it was 2 Murderous Riders and 2 Insights, I would get it. But as of right now, I don't get it.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Alright.
This might be a bad idea.
Alright, I'm taking 2 now. The rack, gonna give it to you. So do we Murderous Rider the Teferi? 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Just have faith in our arena here. They take 2. Hammer's Insight and Response. So I guess that is an intervening if, so they're able to
Yeah, not really.
able to not take 2, which is fine, honestly. They could just Escant it also, but now their mana's tied up, which is cool. Alright, it's fine.
That's more like it.
No swamp. I think we're just making the same play as last turn. We're certainly getting close to dying to our arena, but I don't think we're really... what are you gonna do, you know? What do you want from me? Get like a wrath or something is fine, so be it. I don't know why I talk, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just dead. Honestly, like, their deck seems very geared towards beating mid-rangey matchups. I don't know how they would fare against, like, an aggro deck. But, what are you gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do? Also, need to draw a swamp. If not, been able to do that. So their hand is Insight, Rider, Rider, Card, and they can activate as Kanta. And we are slowly dying. That is not good for us. So yeah, Field of Roam would help a lot here. Yeah, I mean, can't do much about it.
Your corpse will make it.
I mean, ideally we draw a land here, we get to just play Presence, then kill Liliana and gain some life. That would be kind of cool. The Elderspell. And no land? God. Alright. I guess the Elderspell. Now, got 5 counters on this one. It's good. They want a Sanctity. Another Teferi.
I am not going to sit this one out. Let's try this.
Ugh. Land? I mean, still can't draw land. Land here? Nope. Unfortunately, I don't know what to tell y'all. That's 2 turns now where any land would have been, or any swamp specifically, would have been awesome. Presence, kill Planeswalker, and gains 2 life, which is obviously pretty important at the moment. But that was not to be.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
We did it! We drew the land. Now we're going to lose to whatever they get back with the thing, but... So I guess they just get Liliana back and kill both of our presences, but... What are we going to do? We could just only play 1, I guess? So they get back Liliana, they can double Edict. Bring it back Ugin. This is tough.
Much easier on my skin.
Another Duress. That's fine. Our most important card is a non-creature, so...
Loneliness can hurt.
Who said that? Oh, it's this thing triggering, okay. Now they can thought erasure my other presence. Alright, we're gonna back it up here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like they really wanted to beat us really bad. 2-mana Elderborns, Liliana Sanctity. There's definitely a level of, like, fair mirror breakers you can't beat unless you're willing to engage in that arms race, and we are not, honestly. You know, if we had 2 copies of our own of Elderborn and, like, some Field of Ruins and, like, cards that would make our deck much worse in faster matchups, but better in grindy matchups, maybe we can compete there, but, I mean, realistically, like, they just seem like they really want to beat the poop out of, grindy decks. Like, I don't know how they deal with, like, you know, turn 1 Goose, turn 2 Oko, turn 3 Questing Beast, kind of stuff like that, you know. I mean, Elderborn's not very good there. Command is only good if you're, like... I mean, they weren't even gaining life. Like, they didn't have Othakaya or anything, so, like, Command's only good as, like, a mirror breaker. It's not good otherwise. But... I don't know. What are you gonna do? 2-1. We're gonna keep playing Phyrexian Arena, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's do it. Once upon a time. Back to the creatures. Jungle Hollow. Back to the Field of the Deads. Okay. As long as I got my Phyrexian Arena, I am a happy man. So. Okay. Could be like a Yarok field deck, maybe. Yarok is the 3/5 elemental that is a Panharmonicon. It doubles all comes into play triggers. Death the field behind here. I guess they only have 5 lands. We know we're about to have 4, so it's not like the end of the world, but they're going to be making zombies faster than we're going to have like anything relevant in play, which is kind of unfortunate. It's fine.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me.
Not really, for being honest. That's fine.
You see the humor here.
So, double field. Oh man, I misclicked. I meant to end step Murderous Rider. That is terrible. Alright, that's really annoying. Alright, yeah, I guess we'll just do it now. Why didn't they attack? Because I was waiting for them to attack and they just didn't attack. Alright, well. Certainly not how we wanted to do it, but... do have 2 Tendrils here, so life shouldn't really be an issue. We'll probably disfigure this Rejuvenator just to save a point of life. They're not there yet for making zombies, so... Main deck Thrashing Bronzodon. I guess that's fine. Like, we are already at 12. We have enough card advantage and stuff that we're probably just like okay with this. Doesn't like feel good to get our arena killed main deck, but
What a good, mindless minion.
even if they're out to get us, we'll power through. Alright, so yeah, they're definitely playing Yarok for sure. Alright, so there's your zombies. Murderous Rider should prove somewhat useful here, hopefully. And we can, like, we have 5, 6, 7 mana, so perfectly. That's not great. So we can go Rider plus Tendrils. I mean, I would love to kill the Risen Reef, but if they had a second one, they would have played it. Unless they have exactly Yarok next turn, it's not the end of the world, so...
Smelly, but
Alright, so this is pretty ideal. We'll Tendrils first. I doubt they have like a counter of some kind, but pretty good blocks for us, I would say. Gain 2 life, draw a card, trade the board off. Okay. Alright, well, I was saying I hope they didn't have that, and they do, so... Oh. I mean, I don't think we can realistically leave up Tendrils and not kill the 3/3. I guess we could have, like, saved our... I mean, we could have defended our Liliana better, but I don't think we actually win anyway. If this is 6 zombies instead of 12 zombies, we're still probably going to lose, so... whatever, I guess. Alright, so definitely different than the other field deck we played against, in that they have actual creatures we want to kill. Disfigure's gone, Cast Down is gone. I'll be shave Tendrils and bring in all 4 Noxious Grasp, honestly. Killing the Risen Reef is also important. And then, do I want another Duress? I think I do. They have Veil of Summer also. Things could get pretty ugly, but... And then I want the hippies. They have Oko to pressure Planeswalkers better. I'm not sure how good these are, because they have a lot of creatures also. I mean, it's like... I guess shave a servant. Something like this. I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, it's fine. The old turn 3 hippie. We're probably going to hippie over Arena. I think we want the game to be a lower resource, faster clock. Zibi, you can't be in the video. It's a video, not a stream. Oh, Hypnotic Specter. Scry bottom. Alright, second grasp is kind of nice. Now I feel fine about grasping a Razor to set up for Specter. And if they play a Risen Reef, we can kill that later too. I guess we're just playing Arena now, because I'm not going to use both Grasps on 2 Arboreal Grazers, so...
Let's broaden your existence.
They got a field too, that's tough. That is tough. Alright. So we could kill the 0-3 and leave the 3-3 to push Spectre through, but we gotta keep one kill spell here for a Yarok or some Risen Reef, etc. Or we'll just cast it, I guess. Now, the question is, do we kill the thing that can block Spectre? I mean, they only have one card in their hands, so I guess we'll kill the 3-3. Arch of Araska. Alright. I mean, we're certainly not in terrible shape here. The problem is that, part of the problem what makes Field of the Dead so busted is that they're at a point now where they're happy drawing any land or any spell for the most part. So, you know, like, oh, nope, never mind. They paired up. Okay, well... I mean, all their cards are already in play, so Spectre is just a 2-2 flyer. So the question becomes, do I want to Murderous Rider in 0-3 and start pushing damage with my 2-2? When they're going to start making a bunch of zombies? I think I just do. We're drawing 2 cards a turn also, so it's not like we're, you know, not going to find removal, hopefully. Like, yeah, we have 4 swamps in our hand, but... Again, same spot, Elderspell is good. Okay. Even more okay.
I am the master here. This looks like a fun new toy.
So now they're at 13. They get to scry with Castle Locthwain and find a good card, which could happen, obviously, but they can't draw a spell and a land. So, like, worst case, probably like Risen Reef, I guess. Stuff like that. Top, awesome. As worst case is like Risen Reef into Field of the Dead. Direction of the field. Alright. I mean, between Murderous Rider and Liliana and stuff, like, we don't do too bad against a bunch of zombies right now. Mindstone. Alright. This is 8. That's 6 to 7. Yeah, that works. I think we attack. I would trade here. Get to draw a card. Pushing damage also good, so let me just Mindstone. Murderous Rider. Ship with Tendrils up for 8. It's a pretty good Tendrils. And they have Arch. I suppose I could just Tendrils now in case they draw Veil of Summer. But they topped both cards. So the fear could be they draw like a Yarok. That would be tough. Yeah, I think we just let it go. They don't really have good attacks anyway, so... No upkeep scry. Okay, we can kill that. So whenever another elemental... Alright, so we'll go with this resolve, that's fine. Yeah, it's a basically perfect pair of cards there. I think we kill the Risen Reef, because then the Yarok won't actually do anything by itself until next turn. And then we can maybe like make some attacks. And yeah, I think I should like killing the Reef here. It's a ambitious attack, I think.
Not today. They were a lousy servant anyway.
We are good at drawing swamps. Now let's try and find a kill spell for this damn Yarok. That's not one. Okay, I guess. I think we're attacking with everything because I want to just, if a creature dies, I want to be able to just draw a kill spell for Yarok. Because if they get to do anything next turn with Yarok, we're gonna get buried. Dread Presence. That is medium. Alright. Certainly have a lot of ammo. Alright, let's just go upstairs, I guess. Sorry. A lot of bad things could happen this turn.
Easy to find in war.
Alright, that's a good start. That's a good start. And the land is 4 zombies. Alright. We'll see how well Hypnotic Specter, and that was also good.
Open your heart to the magic that dances around. Surely you see the humor here.
No, I don't see the humor in this. It's not very funny, actually. Another Liliana and an Ugin. Okay, Ugin plays. So we just like, they have 6 zombies, 7 zombies. Ugin, kill Yarok, and just start making some attacks and trying to kill them. Ugin's good. The ability to just kill stuff is definitely pretty nice.
I can create or destroy.
Obviously, things die. We're happy because we have Liliana in play. Oh boy, David.
Servant anyway.
Interesting. I mean, I think they're dead. They can obviously gain life off this, but we get to just play this. They lose 2, go to 2, and then just kill them with presence next turn, or the flyers, or anything basically.
I do hope this mask is intimidating enough. Struggling? Good.
Oh, motley crew of Legion of Doom here, you know. Very evil crew of planeswalkers. Oh, this is fun.
Surely you must be famished.
And we're not there yet. We are very close to being there, but... Doesn't hurt, doesn't hurt. Okay, now we are
lies
there.
beyond
So
vision.
now we just edict, get both presences, play both presences, and kill them. Cute finish. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Noxious Grasp is very, very, very good. Having the ability to actually kill a variety of path permanents is nice. Oko, Yarok, etc., etc. I don't know how interested we are in Duress. Because they have their own Duresses. And they have Oko. Yeah, like Clockwork Servant and Tendrils are like fine. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Both Clockwork and Tendrils are pretty clunky. Just like basically prey, and they don't have their fast like turn 1 Grazer, turn 2 Elvish, whatever, turn 3 Yarok draw or something like that. You know, on the play, the rampy draws from the field decks are just like almost unbeatable. Where they have 5 lands in play, you only have 2. That's a hand. Don't grazer me. Sweet. Double sweet on the no grazer, because we now drew a Specter. Oh, you love these hands. They have grazer, never mind. Duress, alright, sure. It's fine. Hand is reasonably duress proof. Took the Mind Stone, that's pretty interesting. Go, hippie, up. We gonna get rolling here on these hippies? That'd be nice. That would feel good. They gotta make some promos for these cards. Alright. I would really like to cast another hippie here, but I think killing Risen Reef is probably... They discarded as at random, obviously. Yarok at random. We probably just need to say go and kill the Risen Reef. So I'll say a chance to use Murderous Rider. It's more mana efficient for later. As much as I would love to play a second hippie, if they play a Yarok this turn or a second Risen Reef, things just go bananas. I'm just going to take one and see what they do. Don't think the damage matters at all. And if they have a Yarok, I want to have options. Elvish Rejuvenator. I mean, they are on the fast track to zombies here, so... Actually... Maybe we just Rider. Maybe just Rider. I think we'll be pretty happy if we Rider and draw like a land or two. We can double spell over the next few turns. Alright, hippie. Ooh, that's not bad either. That's actually really good. They lose one. Oko, and they lose the other.
If you surrender now, perish the thought.
Brought it on. Take 2.
All I've left
And they have 6 lands in play. So
rude.
I mean, now they have 4 zombies. It's pretty good, but they take 2 more from this. pretty sure we Clockwork Servant here. Just try and draw more lands. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so just they go here. They take 2. They kind of like have to attack. Oh, I'm sorry, they have the Arch in play. That's pretty good. Did not realize the Arch was on yet. So make 2 zombies. You're not out of the woods yet, that's for sure.
Ugh, what a whiner.
So we block the one attacking me. David did his job. And no big draw here. It's like a medium level draw. Could have been worse, I guess. Alright, I mean, they are making a lot of zombies. We have 7 zombies. We're dead, are we? Five, 10, gain 2. No, we're not dead. We're not in great shape, but I'm not sure why I wouldn't send those 1/1s in too. Like, so we're taking 8 effectively here. We have 5, 2 more zombies. I think we got a Noxious Grasp, a 1/1. Should like gain a life. They should attack with these for sure. I don't know why they didn't. This was just insane. I don't know if we can actually win. That was really good. That was ideal. So, yeah, that was really good. So we went to Presence, Helix, a 2/2. And then can we actually put them in a spot where like they have to block? So like attack with all of these, and if they don't block, we just kill them. And if they do block, then great. So you attack with everything they block, and they block, and they have 6 guys in play. Play Presence, they have 5 guys in play, 4. No, we're still dead. Oh, no, I'm sorry, we have this too. So we Presence, kill a creature, block a creature, take 6, but gain 1. Yeah, that plays actually. Let's ship it. Let's attack. And then a block, we just kill the Presence too, so very good draw. Very, very good draw. Might actually overcome this army of zombies here. What a long variety of games, jeez. Actually, I think I screwed up. I think it would have been better to pre-combat Noxious Grasp. Now they have chump blocks available to them. This is fine. Is this fine? Maybe it's not fine. Four. I think it's fine. We gain 2 off that. And now 2 off this. And they have 5, so we block 1, that's 10, kill 1. Yeah, this is... I would love to go upstairs with this, but I just draw land next turn, you know? I feel like not blocking with the elf is pretty weird. I mean, don't draw a Growth Spiral into land. Sure. I guess attacking is risky. I mean, I don't know. Risen Reef, sure. This is fine. This resolves. Trigger happens. Five attackers. It's 4. It's 9. Yeah, maybe we could have. It's very contingent on what they drew. I mean, we block here. And they have 8. They have 9 coming through. We go to 1. I guess it's fine. We can kill a blocker with this if we have to, and just kill them. Very, very dependent on what they drew. I mean, they have to have a land, I would assume. Even they could even drop this for a land. You know, if these are spells, then they gotta do something. It's a card. Now I think we just kill Risen Reef and kill them. Nope, because they're going to find a land. Still have blockers. This has reach too. That's kind of gross, actually. That is... I guess I have Ugin, which can kill the reach creature. But then we can't... Yeah, we just need to draw a land to kill them, I guess. So if we don't draw land, we're dead. Other possible outs. If I Noxious Grasp the Risen Reef, they play Cavalier. I can kill the Cavalier. It's only 2, though. I have to kill the Cavalier either way. So my Spectre can attack and deal 2. I think this is fine. Alright, well, any swamp. Did it. Upstairs. Whew. Close one. Very close. And the fact that we've beaten 2 field decks is actually pretty cool, because honestly, it seems like a field deck would match up very well against us, because it's just an inevitable win condition we can't kill. So that feels kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. So we are 3-1. Take that. I'll take a 4-1 here if we can do that. If I'm counting the matches right, it all blends together eventually, but. No one playing a Stork, huh? Why not? We got a Stork to play. Alright, let's go. More Phyrexian Arenas for me. I mean, this hand would be very good than Arena, but we're going to keep this. Can't turn this one away. One of these would be good, right? Which figure? Ooh. Probably going to 5. 4. Wow. Wow. I mean, I imagine we're going to miss here, but we'll see. Glinthorn Buccaneer and 2 lands. Haste. Have you discard a card? Discard a card. Oh, okay. It's a magic card, I guess. Red Presence is pretty good. It's not a Phyrexian Arena, but it's close. You're going to give us the old buck here? No, the buck does not stop here. Alright, well, we're going to Duress and cast Phyrexian Arena. This might miss, but something's going on. Nope, nothing's going on. They just didn't want to play the Buccaneer. Well, we got our wish. And they just have no interest in playing Buccaneer. Alright. Well, I have an interest in paying 1 life to draw a card. It's kind of the theme of my deck, so I'd like to keep that going. That's cool with you. I like this mountain. It's nice. Which figure? Basically just goldfishing here.
Good, mindless minion.
I think our opponent basically is conceding the game and wants to see what our deck does, because I don't know why they wouldn't cast this and take the free loot when they have enough mana to do it, so
Smelly, but
not much to say. We're playing mono black. We got Phyrexian Arena. We're cool. Shoot you. Just beat you with the cards we already have in play. There's the old buck. Not a very fun game. Put them all into 4. Didn't do anything. We played our cards and won the game. I think if they had a full 7-card hand, we must have won that game. Our hand was quite good, but and Arena was doing better with this. I know there's a new update out. It's been over 2 hours now. It used to be over 1 hour. So it's certainly doing better, but alright. They played islands and mountains and a Buccaneer, and that's it. So I have literally no idea what they're doing. Seeing Buccaneer, the first thing I think is like a Phoenix deck maybe, but I honestly have no idea. I think we just run it back. Maybe we want to like I'm just going to run it back. Our Disfigures might not be good, but I don't know what else could be good, so it's just maybe like our Reanimator deck? No, because there's blue and red. I have no idea. Very thematic though. They have Ral's Eric as their blue-red avatar. We have the Gruul opponent with the Domri avatar. Just wearing their hearts on their sleeves, you know? Karn is somewhat on theme. We are playing a lot of colorless cards. Love it. Love it. I wonder if they'll cast spells this game. Tried and true. Alright, so slam jamming Arena here. Kill this next turn. Not super worried about this ability, I don't think. Treasure Hunt? So, this card says that if you discard a card, Glinthorn Buccaneer deals 1 damage to each opponent. And they're playing a deck comprised entirely of islands and mountains, and the card Treasure Hunt. 2 mana, reveal top cards of your library to reveal a non-land card, then put all cards revealed this way into your hand. So their deck is entirely lands, with probably 4 Treasure Hunt and 4 Glenhorn Buccaneer. So when they cast this card, they draw a bajillion lands, and then they move to end step, discard all the cards, and they kill us with the Glenhorn Buccaneer. This is a meme deck that sees play in Modern. There's a few versions of it I've played on stream. One uses Zombie Infestation to make a bunch of 2/2s. One uses Lightning Storm, same idea, where the deck is just all lands and a win condition you find on Treasure Hunt. So, the turn 4 killed us. I don't even know what to... I mean, you gotta smile and laugh. I don't even know. Arena's not happy by this at all. There's still 26 triggers on my stack. But, okay, so now it's pretty clear what they're doing. I'm not sure why they're not playing fun lands. They could definitely have, like, Castle Vantress and Temple of Epiphany. And, like, the fun part of building a deck in Modern is just, like, what cool lands you're going to play. But, okay, so now we know what's happening. No Disfigures. No Tendrils. We're going to want 4 Hypnotic Specters, 2 Davids, 4 Duress, and I guess that's it. I mean, like, we could leave in, like, Tendrils just to, like, as another kill spell, because, like, we don't really need Ugin to win the game. I imagine this should be reasonably good for us if our deck is literally just, like, 11 removal spells, 4 Duresses, and they have to London Mulligan their way to a treasure hunt. Otherwise, their deck doesn't function, as you saw in Game 1, so... I kind of wish that we had figured out what they were playing in Game 1. That would have been, like, a super sick read. If I was like, they're playing some sort of, like, treasure hunt combo deck for sure. Oh, God. Alright. Oh, my God. This is a great way to end this video. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. They kept 7. Alright, perfect. Never mind. We're great. Life is good. Everything's good. I'm pretty sure we just keep all of our spells. I don't know if they can... They have literally 8 spells in their entire deck that matter. So, we've handled almost half of them right here. This is, like, their probably best possible hand. But I don't think they can beat a removal spell on their Buccaneer. So, like... Alright, you're up. Because the limitation of a deck like this is that you can't play any non-land spells that aren't your combo cards. So, like, there's no way to defend your combo. So they have 2 Buccaneers. I mean, they can't Buccaneer and Hunt in the same turn, so this is fine. Yep. Coming in. Let's hit the Buccaneer in their hand. Nope. Eh! I'm dumb. I should have killed it first. Alright, so we do need to kill this now so they can't, I guess we can just wait. Yeah, we can do it now, I guess. Yep. I should have killed it in response. Then they can loot and deal damage to us. Alright, we gotta tighten up here. Decks like this are very simple. And they only play 2 spells, but like you still gotta play Magic properly, so 15. Take a land here? No, that's okay. Alright. I've now taken probably 4 points of damage I didn't need to. I apologize for that, but I guess we're just gonna kill it so they can't activate it. If they draw a Hunt into another Buccaneer, we are going to die. But they have to literally draw the card Treasure Hunt, so it's not that bad. I guess I don't think that Hippie really matters. It's probably just presence. That can block a 2/4. Another Hippie. I think we should just draw a card. Try to draw a land. Or kill spell. Perfect. So now I think the game is hard locked. I don't think we can lose. Because they can't, even if they hate Treasure Hunt into the creature, we just kill it, so. Sure. So, pretty adorable meme deck. Unfortunately, completely folds in the face of any interaction, but similar to the modern version of a deck. I respect it. So, pretty good. I believe it was a 4-1. If I'm mistaken, you can yell at me in the comments. Deck's fun. Phyrexian Arena is just like the best time ever. We drew so many cards in those 5 matches, just like the bomb, you know. So definitely a super fun deck. There are certainly questions about like how many castles we should play. We didn't really use it that much, honestly. Although we did draw Phyrexian Arena a lot, so if they're killing your arenas, this card gets better. Presence was great. Disfigure was, I think it's just necessary. You know, you gotta beat the aggro decks. And, you know, like, unlike our Esper opponent, who's playing, like, 14,000 Eldest Reborns in their deck, and probably can't beat an aggro deck, we're making sure we can try and beat aggro. So I think they're still pretty important. Llanowar Elves is, like, one of the better cards in the format. But I'm pretty happy with the Duress's main deck. The Servants were good. Tendrils is good. Ugin was really good. Don't know if you want 5, 6 mana Planeswalkers, but definitely could see a Field of Ruin or 2. Sideboard felt good. The Grasps are really good. Rogue Shadowmage felt good, with Specters especially. Didn't need Cry, but it's obviously good for what it does. One Elderspell. Honestly, this all felt really good. 4-1. Results don't lie. Obviously the best deck ever. Results lie often in Magic. But yeah, just super fun deck. Mono by Control, Dread Presence, Phyrexian Arena. Come on. That doesn't make you happy on a Thanksgiving here. I don't know what does. So, everyone, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it very, very much. I am Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. Don't forget, there's a companion article to this video right on Cool Stuff Inc. So if you're watching on the YouTube, on like YouTube proper, first off, subscribe to the Cool Stuff channel. Make sure you catch all my videos, as well as videos by Ali and Trotsky and other great players. Then, pop on over to Cool Stuff. Check out the article that goes with this video, and all the other fine articles and content on CoolStuffInc.com. I do a video Monday and article Friday. There are tons of other great writers on there, as well as the best deals on all of your gaming supplies. Magic cards, non-magic cards, board games, miniatures, it's all on there. CoolStuffInc.com, one of the best in the business. So check it out, CoolStuffInc.com. You use my promo code JIM5 for 5% off your order, which is great. And I'll see you fine folks around. Hope you're having a great holiday. And I'll see you on Monday for next video. Of course, this is a Thursday video. I had some traveling I was doing last week, and it got home a little later than expected. So that's how we're on Monday. So love you all, and I'll see you fine folks in a few days on Monday. And check out the article tomorrow. Written article, too. Love you all. Have a good one.